Toronto recently passed Bill C-31, which imposes higher fines on opening doors into cyclists, distracted driving, and much more. This benefits cyclists as a whole. However, there is still much more to be done.
In the last 28 years since Gears has started, we've seen things get better and things decline with aspects of cycling. The problems that we have with cycling and what has declined is as our population begins to grow, our urban infrastructures are not very cycling friendly. Even though we try to be, the amount of money required, it's difficult to get that kind of money to make safe roads, and there's just so many people and cars now, it's scary.
On average here in Toronto, there are no major bike lanes on any of Toronto's major streets. On average here in Toronto, there's 1.1 million cars. They take up 27% of Toronto's yearly CO2 greenhouse gas emissions. For example, if 5% of New Yorkers who commute to work by taxi or private vehicle switch to biking, then we could save upwards of 150 million pounds of greenhouse gas emissions. That is equivalent to planting a forest 1.3 times the size of Manhattan. But how do these bike shops help provide bike access to everyone in the community and improve the cycling community as a whole? Let's find out.
So Gears, over the years, we introduced spinning as an exercise and a winter activity in a very seasonal summer-based store. And with our spinning, we started to do a spinning fundraiser called the Gears 24-Hour Spin. And we did this from 2000 to 2007. And we raised over $4.5 million with our community. So together we were able to facilitate building a women's health center at the Trillium Health Center in Mississauga. A couple of years ago, we started collecting bikes that no one knew what to do with. No one's really sure where to donate their bikes, so we've taken in literally hundreds of bikes. With our Canadian Olympians, we've gone far up north to a native reserve, and we donated over a couple hundred bikes a couple of years ago. The last few seasons in Leaside, we have been donating bikes in October with the Morning Glory Cycling Club to the Thorncliffe community, and we've literally given away hundreds of bikes to new immigrants and new families to Canada who may not be able to afford going to a bike shop to buy bikes. So we have recycling programs where we use, our staff is involved in repairing, maintaining, and fixing these bikes. We provide parts to fix up donated bikes, and we use parts and we recycle, and then we donate these bikes in addition to selling bikes. So yes. We work with charity rides, the Ride to Conquer Cancer, the MS rides, Alzheimer's rides. We are involved in so many things, mostly because we want to grow cycling. Obviously it's incredibly good for the environment. We all need a little bit of extra health and fitness in our lives. It's very difficult to get what you need in our busy worlds. And there's so many vehicles, we need to reduce emissions, we need to save the planet for future generations.
So next time you're thinking about getting a bike or getting something fixed, go to your local bike shop, and that will make all the difference.